Hey y'all, I am Christy with Make It Home with Christy, and it's the holiday season, but you can make a cheese ball any time of the year, whether it be summertime to take to a cookout or just to have at your house if you're going to have people over to play cards or have a birthday party or whatever. They're super simple to make, and that's why people love them so much. So I'm going to just make a one block cheese ball for us because it's just us and we don't really need it. But I do it to show you all how to do it. So I'm going to use one block of cream cheese. This is going to be super simple. I already fried 12 ounces of bacon. I fried it yesterday. I popped it into a Ziploc bag and I just put it in the microwave again to make sure it was nice and crispy. So I'm going to take my block of cream cheese and I'm going to, it's supposed to peel right apart so you can pop it in your bowl. We'll see. There it goes. Well, I thought there it goes. Okay, here we go. So if it doesn't come out like it's supposed to, I was trying not to have to wash my hands again, but it's okay. It's all good. There is our block of cream cheese. Let me wash my hands off real quick. The cheese ball that we're going to make today is a bacon tomato ranch. So like I said, here's our cream cheese. We're going to set this right up here. I'll move it out of the way. Here's my 12 ounces of bacon, and I know it doesn't look like much, but it really is 12 ounces. And it's crispy, so I'm just going to kind of give it a chop with my knife back and forth. I would say for this recipe, don't just use the stuff in the bag. I mean, I'm going to try to do it like this first. Don't use the stuff in the bag. It's not going to be the same. It's not going to have the same taste. That stuff is good for some things, but not for this. Just cook the bacon. And if you haven't watched my popcorn buffet video yet, go watch it. I actually cooked some popcorn in bacon grease. And I made like 6 different kinds of popcorn. It was so much fun. It was cake batter. There was almond, let me see. No, not almond joy. There was Mounds. Reese's peanut butter cup. I made a bacon ranch. The jalapeno. I made all different kinds last night. And they're over there on the cabinet, I mean on our table right now, what's left. And I just got plastic wrap over them and they still taste great. We had a bite of it when we got home from church today before we ate our lunch. Well, our dinner. We had a very early dinner. Okay, so we've got it this far. So now we're just gonna have to, you're gonna have to apply some pressure, at least depending on what kind of bacon you buy. I buy the thick cut bacon. So because I bought the thick cut bacon and it's really crispy, it's just it's gonna take a little bit more to get through it, I'm afraid. And just really chomp down on it. There we go. Just keep on going with it. Now, in some of it, I mean, wouldn't hurt to have a few bigger chunks, but really you don't want the great big chunks in there. We're also going to use some sun-dried tomatoes. And if you've never used sun-dried tomatoes, what you will love about them is the very, very concentrated tomato flavor. The first time I really had them, that I discovered I really liked them a lot, was on a Papa Murphy pizza. They put it on their, I got it on the spinach artichoke pizza, I think is what it was. And oh my goodness, it was so good. So I decided I really liked them. See, now once you get them broken up, they're much easier to cut. Hear that now? That just goes right through. I don't know why the smaller pieces are easier to cut. I don't know why. Okay. This is going to be a very savory, hearty cheese ball. because it's not got just a tiny little bit of bacon in it. It's got some really nice chunks of bacon. Okay, I think that we can leave the rest of the chunks just as big as they are. And I'm gonna reserve just a little bit over to the side because I'm gonna put some seasoning on the outside of our cheese ball. The next thing I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get, about a handful maybe of sun-dried tomatoes. Now they make these in all different ways. They make them in olive oil, that come in a jar. Mine are just the regular sun-dried that come in the bag like this. And I usually buy mine in the bigger bag because I go through them. I like them on pizza. I've had them in salad, in a cheese ball. They're very good. You can put them in different sauces and it's like they reconstitute again a little bit. But the reason people like to use them in sauces and stuff is because they're so concentrated in flavor. Like, I don't even think I would eat one by itself. They're very concentrated, but in a good way. Lily, nope. No, Lily. It's going to be pretty in there because it's going to all just kind of blend in with the bacon. I'm just making sure that there's not any huge pieces in here, which I don't see any, but I'm giving it one more final go around. We've been on 6 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and put my sun-dried tomatoes in. I'm going to put 1 packet of ranch dressing mix or dip mix, whichever you prefer. This is dip. So I'm putting 1 package of ranch. I'm gonna put just a few of the tomatoes over to the side with my bacon. And next I'm gonna use a green onion. Let's just get one out here. Okay. Make sure that you peel anything off that's not really, really stiff. Cut that back. And then just cut these kind of small, like in little tiny rings. If you've ever been to the Chinese or Japanese restaurant, and they bring you that soup with the little green rings floating around in there, that's what this is. It's just little pieces of green onion. Just a little green onion. Now, you know what's so funny? When I was a kid growing up, we only ate the white bulb part and threw the green away. Well, then when I got older and learned to cook, I found out that most people use the green part and throw the white part away. Isn't that funny? You know, that there is some things that are so funny my sister and I have talked about. Like my mother used to call, she would call something a mango. And we thought, okay, mango. It wasn't a mango. It was a green pepper, a green bell pepper, but she always called it a mango. I don't know why to this day, why she ever did that. Okay, I'm just gonna go in with my hands. I'm gonna take my ring off and I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna have to wash my hands when I'm done. But this is really the best way to do it. Just go in and get it all mixed up. Now this is gonna be one of those cheese balls that's gonna have a lot of stuff in it. So if you're gonna double this recipe, I would still double the bacon, still double the tomatoes, double the ranch, double the everything. Because you want it to look and taste great because it's got a lot of stuff in it. But for just us, I have found that a lot of the times I make things and we don't even eat it because April and I don't need it. Number one, we're trying to be a little bit careful. Now, not to say we don't taste some of the stuff that I make because we do, of course we do. But to just eat it all the time, we don't. Now, this is another trick I was going to tell you about. This is just a regular saucer that came with my Pioneer Woman dishes that I've had for years. And at Christmas time, I just use a hot glue gun, and I'll put a little dab of glue on there, and I will put a little bow on my plates. And it's so cute to stage your table that way. And okay, so I'm just gonna kind of go around this ball with my all my little things I have sitting around here. Just kind of go around with it. And then I'm gonna sit this right in the center of my little plate. And the things that have fallen off, I'm just gonna go back and add them back on. But the great thing is once Christmas is over, you can just pop that little bow right off of there and either put a different color bow on there or just put nothing on there. But we don't you really use this kind of saucers. So it's just something nice to stage your table with. And you can just change out the decor anytime you want. And if you don't want the bow on the edge of the plate, you can put the bow right in the center of the plate. Okay, I'm just washing off my hands because my hands have got Cheeseball all over them. All right, we're about done. The only other thing I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna sprinkle on some everything bagel seasoning. Just enough to kind of fill in the gaps where you might have some that didn't get filled in. And it just makes it look really pretty and three-dimensional almost, because you've got all these different things just sticking out. Bacon and onions and tomatoes. Okay, and then you just take it and kind of blow it off. Clean up your plate a little bit. Pop you some crackers on there. And let me turn this around so you can see. Sorry. And look at our little cheese ball. It is so pretty. Who would not want to eat that? It's got all kinds of yummy stuff in there and the perfect amount of seasoning. Get you some crackers, some celery, anything that you prefer. Whole grain crackers would be really good. But that's it. That's it. We did it in it's been 12 minutes, but I talked for some of that. So you can make this in no time and just double the recipe. It won't take any more time than this did. I love you guys. This is the holiday season, so I'm gonna go start saying Merry Christmas and get in your kitchen and cook and make memories with your family, with your children, with your grandchildren. And remember, you don't have to be from the South to cook like it. See you later.